Hello, my name is Kubo, and this is my laundry talk. Hello, good evening. The show is for my language improvement, nothing else. So I will talk whatever I want to. And if you are studying English as well, I hope this will help you in any way. So today I'm going to talk about first week at new job. Since I came to Canada, I've been employed for several companies, and every time I start a new job, there's lots of stimulation going on, and I don't know, scared describes scary describes exactly what I feel, but there's always like some kind of like pressure for sure, something like, as I said, scary, afraid, and excitement, and want to impress other people, a new manager, blah blah blah. So a lot of emotions going on, and I just would like to talk about those stuff. Yeah, so recently I got hired by Bank in Canada, which is amazing for me. I mean, I didn't work for any banking. I don't obtain any banking experience before. So, and of course I've been in Canada for about 4 years, and in myself, like, I'm so impressed by myself that my language is that good, or good enough to get a job from bank. So this is very ego booster. Like, I feel so good about my English. So every time I feel myself after that but after the employment, I feel very secured in terms of my language ability, so that's great. Anyhow, so my language is good, but there is always some kind of feelings going on in the first week of new job. I remember, like, I came to Vancouver 4 years ago, and my first job is at Starbucks and Lush. Lush is the company who makes all those like skincare product and anything cosmetic, or bath bomb is a big part of Lush. So anyhow, I started a job there as well, more like seasonally. And I remember I was so nervous. I mean, that was my first job in Canada, and I wasn't aware what kind of culture, like working culture there, and there is language concern comes into place as well. And when I started, especially like Starbucks, Lush, those are big companies, and they have e-learning, learning lessons online, so you get the grasp of what I will do, and that definitely helps me preparing. But at the same time, I was very concerned about how fast I should be doing, and there's no significant scale that how fast you're supposed to do, or it's just really hard to measure those performance, right? And to be honest, when I think about it now, I don't really have to worry about how fast I do. It's more important that how well you understand the content. I do believe that, but at the same time, I'm the person who wants to, you know, impress my boss, and like I want to be a part of a team as soon as possible. I want to be functional as fast as possible. So that part, I still do feel that way when I started working a new job recently, and I'm still taking e-learning, all those courses online. I do have some kind of feeling that rushes me, but this is my first time doing that in Canada, and now I understand. And a lot of like courses, it mentions that you know, everybody learns things differently, so don't worry about it too much. And now I can take that more seriously in terms of like how fast or like how I learn from e-learning. Yeah, but going back to the story, when I started Starbucks, and I was really worried about how much I'm learning. And of course, managers also know that everybody learns differently, and they don't really talk to you about what you should be doing in this time schedule. And I don't know Japanese big companies, but when you do part-time job in Japan, there is lessons or like the stuff are pretty much led by your senior, and then they will lead you through what you're supposed to do. But here is very, as long as you get it done, whatever is fine, kind of vibe. So that was new for me, and now I know that I cannot wait. I just cannot keep waiting for what to do next. I have to figure out myself. Once I know I understand that part, I feel a little bit better. Now I know I don't have to rush myself that much. Yes, but still, like you know, getting to know my colleagues and getting to know what the work culture in the new workplace is scary. I don't know how other people feel, and that's where my insecurity tends to pronounce more. And like, am I doing okay? Am I doing okay? And I guess like in my core, I always seek some, it doesn't have to be attention, but like recognition. So when I don't get those kind of recognition, like I feel more insecure, like how well I'm performing at that point. And that's just a tendency. Some people can, you know, take your time and do as you want to do, but the same and that's great too. Or that's almost better in terms of stress level, because you know, that's your first week, second week, so you don't have to perform well yet. You don't expect that. But yeah, me, like, am I doing okay? Am I doing well? Am I doing fast enough? So like that part. But as you experience more and more, you at least remind yourself that, hey, you don't have to rush. And that's something I've learned throughout this employment process. Yeah, I remember, especially like the seasonal hire when I started working for Lush, there's lots to learn, but seasonal hire is not only one, but there are typically like 2, 3, or like at the time I think I saw like 5 or 6 seasonal hire, and you can see the difference. And okay, I shouldn't do this, but easy to compare myself to others because other people also started at the same time, and then they're already on the floor, But on the other hand, I am still learning in the back room, in the courses, so that was a very scary moment. Yeah, then, but I was ignoring the fact that I was doing part-time and I did only like 2 days a week, but instead those people on the floor already has been working almost full-time, like 4 days a week. So that makes much more sense that they're all on the floor much earlier. And I was actually getting good feedback, but I just didn't take that seriously somehow. I just like ignored those positive part and just focusing on how slow I am learning, or like how much mistakes I made, blah blah blah. But yeah, it's really easy to shine those negative part, but now I've been noticing that I'm actually good at learning stuff, and they give me good feedback. And when I was in Japan, I might have, maybe I'm Japanese, so I try to be humble, and when I get the compliment from my boss or colleagues, in the beginning of my journey in Canada, I feel like, oh, they must be being nice for me because I'm not doing well. I don't know, I'm twisted. But now I understand that people actually people meant to say that, and I'm happy to be able to appreciate those compliments. Anyhow, thank you so much for your time, and see you next time. Bye now.